Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Radio Christmas. It's from 2019. It's an hour and 27 minutes long, a minute shorter than all the other Lifetime Christmas movies. Uh, and yeah, by the way, if you don't already know, there's a boatload of Lifetime channel movies, not just Christmas movies, but also like women are getting attacked and murdered and let's solve the mystery kind of movies. I'm going to skip those. I'm going to be doing all the Christmas movies, so that should be enough penance to keep me from having to watch so many more. They have so many more non-Christmas movies than they have Christmas movies. I just really do not feel like watching a lot of movies where women are terrorized. It just doesn't feel like Disney Plus to me. But it's here, so if you want to watch those, but also you can watch all the Christmas movies with me each day, mixed in with some other things. But when I found out there was enough Christmas movies to fill a month almost, I decided to go for it. This is my last Christmas probably doing this with this series, so we'll see. So I decided to go all out, 31 days of Christmas stuff. So just to keep this fairly brief, I keep trying to make these shorter because the structure of these movies, these kinds of movies, is essentially the same. Someone moves from one place to another, and they discover romance. And Christmas, it happens during Christmas. And sometimes they hate Christmas, sometimes they're indifferent to Christmas, sometimes they love Christmas a little too much. But it comes into play somehow when this romance happens between reluctant partners at first, and then they fall in love, and then somebody misunderstands something about the other, and a betrayal is perceived, and then there's resolution, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And happily ever after. It's comfort food for people who love Christmas adjacent stories. Again, none of these things are necessarily the Christmas story. Is just the Christmas season. It's like cocoa in a warm blanket just to wrap yourself in. Nearly all these films are rated G or PG at the very most. There is nothing offensive in any of these things. There's nothing about the outside world. There's nothing political. There's nothing socially upsetting. It is literally just a place to escape to, and I understand that. I understand, especially in these days, this is a place that people enjoy going to and just binging like crazy. I tease members of my family for doing this very thing, but I understand. It's not for me, but I'm doing it. I'm probably doing as much as anybody else is this Christmas season watching these types of films. And normally you see them on Hallmark Channel and, of course, now the Lifetime Channel, and also courtesy of Disney Plus. Wherever you get your Christmas holiday film binge-worthy stuff, well, go for it. This is what I'm watching. So, just understand I'm going to try to give you the premise for Radio Christmas. There's a young woman named Kara. She lives in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She's played by Keisha Knight Pulliam. Yes, little tiny Rudy from The Cosby Show. She's all grown up. And she's a DJ, or technically she creates a radio program. It's all Christmas music that plays all year round. And she has young fans, old fans. She has just fans who love the fact that they can enjoy their favorite music, their favorite holiday year round, and she's beloved. She just is, and she's very sweet, pleasant person in this. Because sometimes we get hero characters that are a little bit annoying, and they have to redeem themselves. They don't like Christmas, maybe, or they just hate people. And sometimes they have to come around, but she's all in. She enjoys Christmas. She loves sharing the music and the feeling and the everything else that comes with Christmas with her radio listeners. A show that she pre-records and puts together. It's not like she's live and broadcasting, but when something goes wrong in Philadelphia where the broadcast equipment doesn't work anymore, they have to send all of their people who make these shows out to different radio stations around the area where they won't be affected by such things, by the loss of their transmitter or something. Anyway, Kara decides, well, she's told that she has to go to a place called Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not coincidentally because she has a Christmas series. So, yeah, it makes sense. It's good. It's actually, by the management, it's a really good hook to say, hey, we're broadcasting from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, all of December. Makes sense. And Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is a real place, in case you don't know. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I know where it is. I've been there. I've had family that live really close to there in Allentown, but they get a few things wrong. I'm not going to go into detail too much. I'm going to try to go through this fast. One of the characters says that, oh, they're from Pennsylvania, from Philadelphia, and while they were heading to Pittsburgh one day, they broke down near Harrisburg, which is in the dead center of Pennsylvania, a place I know well, and they just had to pull off in a small town called Bethlehem. There is not a Bethlehem, or the Bethlehem we're talking about is a much bigger city. It's not a tiny little hamlet. It's a much bigger city, and it's over on the New Jersey border. It literally borders New Jersey, not the center of the state. Just saying. That's just my little nitpick for the movie. Later on, they do contradict their entire thing because there's a storm warning on television at some point that shows a big storm in the center of the state, but also on the map shows Bethlehem over on the right side of the state, north of Philadelphia. Nobody is breaking down in Harrisburg, coming from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, and then going, I think I'm going to stay the night in Bethlehem, which is way over here, north of Philadelphia. So, yeah, that's my nitpick. Anyway, Kara, of course, is destined to find love. By the way, one of her many friends, one of her many fans, I should say, is a little girl. She's like 10 or something. Little girl who she's like, oh my God, thank you. You're such an inspiration. I love your show. I really my wish for Christmas this year is that my daddy finds somebody special. Coincidentally, when Kara gets to Bethlehem, one of the first people she runs into is, of course, her future mate, who happens to be the father of the young child. So, what are the odds? Pennsylvania is a big state. It's not Texas or Alaska or California, but it's a fairly big state. The odds of... By the way, the clue should have been clear from looking at the letters that Kara was opening earlier in the film. But, yeah, the odds of that happening are impossible, but it's the magic of Christmas. This is all based in reality. There's no, special Santa magic or anything else, so it's still a bit of a stretch. If there was Santa magic around, maybe you could make sense of this, but, you could say, oh, it was Santa magic made this happen. No. Well, she meets Scott, and Scott is just a handyman who helps everybody out. He's a lawyer. He does a radio show where he helps people with legal problems, and he takes care of his young daughter. He's divorced. His dad hangs around. By the way, Tim Reed, right? Tim Reed. He plays his dad. Scott is played by Michael Xavier. His dad is Tim Reed. Tim Reed is from WKRP in Cincinnati. Yeah, that means a lot to me. I watched the show a lot when I was a kid. So, obviously this romance is going to happen, and at some point, Kara gets it in her head that she wants to learn more about the people of Bethlehem, and that'll accentuate her show. If she gets to interview different people in Bethlehem and ask them about what it's like to be in this town, and what are the people like? What's Christmas like here? One of the people tells her the story of the person who, when they were at their lowest, when the town was pretty much falling apart, people were losing jobs, stores were closing, businesses were closing, lives were just being ruined, somebody came along and gave them a pile of money, and it made the town recover just like crazy. And so that everybody does, but nobody knows who this person is. It's a mystery. There was just a anonymous donation, and it's pretty great. And by me telling you any of this right now, you already know who the who the mysterious donor is. Yeah, it's a given. Of course, later in the film, you have to realize that our lovers are going to meet at an impasse where one believes the other one has betrayed them, and their feelings are hurt, and this is going to really tear them apart. This happens like with less than 25 minutes left in the film, and then another twist to it, like even 10 minutes from the end of the film, and you're just like, you can't come back from this. There's no way you're going to come back. Oh, but will something work out? Of course it will work out, because these films are never made in a way where the heroes do not stay in love forever. It's probably why I don't know if these have ever had a sequel, because then you'd see them 10 years into their relationship. It's no longer the meet cute kind of heat of passion. And by the way, there's no heat of passion in these films. It's rated G. So yeah, it's the magic wears off as their kid all grown up. We don't get those stories. It's all about that first meeting, that joy, that kind of discovery of somebody new, and realizing that even though you may not need somebody in your life, it's good you have them, and you're not alone anymore. That's kind of the message a lot of these are putting out, especially at the holidays, when a lot of people do feel alone. There's this thing where people are just, there's loneliness. There's a loneliness epidemic when everybody is around you is feeling happy and enjoying family and friends and everything else. There's a lot of people who do not. So hey, you can somehow make yourself feel better maybe by watching these films, and do it. But take care of yourself. Don't reach out and do what you can to make this a holiday. And every holiday, you don't have to fall in love. I'm saying, you don't have to fall in love. You can still have a Merry Christmas. And definitely don't star in one of these films. Okay, yes, you can star in one of these films if you really want. I'm sure they make a living. There's some actors who do like 50 of these. There's some. When you look at their one person's, the number of these people, you look at some of these actors and you're like, oh, well, they did a Christmas movie. What else have they done? Oh, they've done a dozen other Christmas movies. Hey, people like them. Why not? The films are all the same. Why not the actors? All right. So that was much longer than I wanted it to be, but here we go. We're not going to do a Lifetime movie tomorrow. I'm still mixing things in, and what we're going to watch is one episode of Rachel Ray's Holidays. We're going to learn how to make cookies or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out when I watch it. Rachel Ray's Holidays is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.